Okay, are we going? You can set your phone up for me? You know, that's not...
Okay. There you're live.
Anybody here? Just me.
Oh, somebody.
That's me. Hello? It's about time.
Brought your stand
Oh,
in.
okay. Thank you. That's me. That was me making noise. Hi, everybody. Oh, y'all are on time. I'm so happy. Hi, Noelle. You heard me. I dropped something. Of course I did. Oh, I'm so excited. We already have 9 folks here. Yay. Pat's here and Marsha's here from Alabama. And Pat, I know where you're from, but I've already forgotten. I know where Noelle is from. She lives here in Tyler. So I'm so glad you're here. So I hope it's been a marvelous, marvelous Monday for you. I'll tell you this and I'll tell you this again. Every week, and I did it today, as I was preparing and thinking about tonight, I just prayed for y'all that y'all would have peace and well-being and calm, especially in this crazy week that we're in. Maybe we'll have answers soon, but maybe not tomorrow. So who knows? It's COVID, right? So the first thing I'm going to start off telling you is I have prayed for you, that you are blessed and at peace and feeling well and calm and all of that. The second thing I want to tell you is a weirdest thing happened. Saturday night, y'all know it was Halloween. It was a blue moon, a full moon, blue moon. Blue moons twice, full moon in 1 month. And and the time changed. And Sunday morning, my computer had died. It had just died, my laptop, overnight. Well, y'all realize that has my business, all my business information, all my photography and all of that stuff. It has all my files. It has everything on it. And my husband, who is a tech, could not revive it. So today we had to go over to, where did we go? Best Buy. And I picked out a new one. And we took it to the repair guys. And now they're going to pull the information and put it on my new one, which is great. However, I don't have a PC. Do y'all know it's like I go to print or look up what our schedule is, and I can't do it. So I'm feeling very, very sort of lost without all my data at my fingertips. And I know that's weird, but it is weird. It's just weird. So I'm praying that does not happen to you because it's not much fun. So let me show you what I'm introducing tonight. Let's see. Alice is here. Hey, Alice. Oh, and Catherine made it too. And Pat's from Tennessee. I knew that, Pat, but we're glad you're here. So can y'all see this quilt? It's called Quotes. And it is my Dresden quilt that so I'll tell you the story. You know how everything has a story in my world. I walked into a shop by the name of Stitch in Heaven, and it's widely known, and it's online. They do a lot of online stuff. And it's not far from me, maybe, 25, 30 minutes up the road. And in Texas, that's not far because we live outside of town, and it's just, 70 miles an hour. So you just fly. And then we get up there, and this was a couple years ago, year and a half ago maybe. And we walk into that shop, and they were doing that shop hop, that block, whatever they call it, where you get a block here and a block there and so forth. I don't play those games, so I forget what it's called. I have enough to do on my own. I don't need to add somebody else's work. But anyway, I walked in, and these were the blocks that they had created. So this one says, when I learned to quilt, I forgot how to cook. And that's true for me. This one says, all I need is a little chocolate and a whole lot of fabric. I saw somebody put a meme up the other day that said, if I go trick-or-treating, do you think they'd give out fabric? I'm like, I'll go there. This one is Meals and Memories served here in today's good mood, brought to you by Coffee and Quilting, which I loved. So I bought the 4 little panels, and hey Beth, you're in a semi with your husband. Yay, y'all be safe out there and honk at somebody. You know, remember the whole, yeah, go ahead and honk at somebody. So anyway, I got these little blocks, but when I saw these blocks, I saw this quilt kind of in my mind loosely, not real defined, but loosely. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun to do a black and white background and then add pops of color with the Dresden blades? So that's what I did. Here are all the colors that they had of this line of fabric. You can see it's got a small little line in it, and it's got some really bright colors. Well, I did not quite yet. He's asking if I want him to come up close. I bought some of each one of those, but then I came home and went through my stash and pulled my whites with black on them. So if you're a new quilter, and I don't know who was on here that is a new quilter, but if you're a new quilter, there's a difference between black on white and white on black. Did you hear that? Y'all, we're having noises at our house. I keep thinking something's in my roof. In my ceiling. And I just heard it.
I heard something, but I couldn't tell if it was inside or outside.
It sounded like outside of me. Anyway, I know, we're not haunted. We don't believe in that stuff. But it's the weirdest thing. I'm sorry.
We do have wild animals.
We do. We have raccoons, and we have deer, and we have, what else? Possums, and squirrels, and lots of birds, and hawks, and all kinds of things. Okay, so black on white means that the print is black printing on white. So I went through my stash, and I knew I wanted it to be white fabric with the black printing on it. And then to go with these blocks, for this to be the centerpiece, and then I picked the colors. So what I did different on this quilt is I did 3/4, so this is 9 blades, right? So I did, and there are 4 main colors. There's yellow, blue, this teal, and purple. Well, and orange and pink. I guess there are 6 colors. I did not fussy cut in the windows, right? I just used the same fabric, but I didn't even use the same fabrics, except I did here and here, and a here. I better move this way, in here. See that? So I crossed them, and then I did 1/4 ones in the corners, and then I did a small one just to pop it in the center. And on this one, I used more of a black and white equally, sort of that gingham, and then put a big border on it. So this quilt is called Quotes, and I really want to make it again in a whole different colorway, but you know, time is always limited, so I haven't done it yet. But do y'all like it? Do you think it's, oh, Noelle is new and she's loving it. Hey Mike, hey Nita. Oh, and Trish is here. Hey, she says hi to Hoot Nanny. Hey y'all, if you haven't heard me say this, Annie is my grandmother name. So my grandchildren call me Annie because my name is Jerry Ann, and there isn't a child anywhere that can say that. So kids stutter over my name a lot. And so I decided I would be Annie. But the way I did that was one day we were talking and Doug made me laugh. And I said, you're a Hoot. And then it just kind of clicked in my head. Oh, my word. You can be Hoot and I can be Annie. And then we'll be Hoot Nanny. Yes. Just like hee-haw or something. Okay, so I have this quilt as a pattern. And it is online. If you go to my website, you can just order it in PayPal or pay however you want, and I can send that to you. It is a very fun quilt to make. It takes a lot of blades, though. Just so you know, this is 9, so you have 4 times 9 is 36, and then 3 in each corner. So you have 48 blades. So I didn't fussy cut, like I say, I didn't fussy cut like a motif in there, I just used a black fabric with white on it. So that would be white on black in the windows. And then the lower windows, I used the colorful with. So this is a real fun quilt. Let me show you the back, I guess. I can always show you the back. Look, here's my label. Can you see that? Can they see that? Okay. So the reason I have these on here is because I like to use my scraps on the back. I don't want a whole bunch of stuff left over. I'm going to do this again. And this is what I had left over of these other fabrics. And here's my label. And then I had these left over. I'm not quite sure what I was doing when I was... There were 48 blades, big blades that I had to make. And then there were 12 little ones. And I made 6 too many. You know, it's not... I'm really good at math, but I'm not so great at counting. That's what I've learned. I'm not great at counting. But I can do math. I can do statistics. I can do it all, but I can't do counting very well. Let me show you some alternatives. I mentioned that I would love to do this quilt all over again, and I really would. You do not have to have these blocks. Did I mess that up? Can you help me? No? There, I got it. But look, y'all. You could, if you wanted to make this quilt and you didn't have those quote blocks, look what you could do. Seriously. And you're going to see why I want to make it again. Do you see this cute little kind of a star block? I don't even remember what it's called. But anyway, it's a little block. I put a yo-yo in the middle just for fun to see what that would do because I love three-dimensional. So I just pinned it on there. And look, I've already quilted it. This is just a little mug rug. It was a leftover block. I was experimenting using this star pattern thing. And one day I just decided I was going to get rid of all my extra blocks and I was just going to quilt them up. So I did. Well, now, wouldn't this quilt be cute? Obviously different colors. But with something like that in the block. This block is 12 inches by 12 inches. See, I think that would be adorable. I also made another quilt that used a new Benartex fabric line. I've forgotten the name of it. And I had a 12 by 12 inch, or I enlarged a block that said, what does it say?
Family is a patchwork of love.
Family is a well, isn't that the truth? But do you see what happened when I made it? You see this little white... Y'all are going to see how down to earth I am. This happens. So if you're new, Noelle, you claim to be new. This is what happens if you're not super careful. You see this little white line? Well, it's tucked up under that seam allowance. I didn't measure appropriately, so I decided not to use this block in the quilt. The top and the bottom worked out fine, but do you see what I did? This is on here, and there should be, you can, if I stretch this, you can see that over there, and it just came out wrong. So I decided I'm not going to use it. However, I needed a 12 by 12 block. So if I did something like this, I just add sashings to put in that place. Like if you were going to make this using this color palette. That's what you do when you have on this quilt. If you have something that's not big enough, just put a border on it. That's what I'm trying to say. Put border on it to make it 12.5 by 12.5 because this is a finished 12-inch block. So this is a real fast and simple way to use up scraps. And I really want to do this scrappy, like the whole thing, just like really colorful and scrappy. And then maybe do, I don't know, y'all know I've got all these ideas. I can't possibly get them all done. Okay, so if you have questions about this, you ask me. You feel free to ask me. And I call it quotes. That's my new little quilt. Okay, couple of tips. So I'm going to do tools here in a second, but I want to show you some tips. So I was thinking today, what am I going to tell them about tips? And I'm always, I use these all the time. So I probably ought to manufacture them, but you know, I'm just going to show y'all how to do it. You take a dowel rod, and this is a real tiny one. This is like 1/8 of an inch. A little dowel rod. Y'all, we all have hot glue. Don't tell me you don't have hot glue. I know everybody has hot glue. Let me get my pointer, which is scissors. And I have a button. A really inexpensive button. Like, no, I don't know, just in your button stash. Y'all have button stashes? Okay, an inexpensive button. I put a blob of hot glue. Can you see it? I don't know how to hold it. Can you see the blob? See the blob of hot glue? And then I laid it down and I stuck this dowel rod right in it. And I waited till it cooled. Now, I had asked Doug to cut these off, right? So about this length. So here's a spool of thread. I don't even know what brand it is. Oh, it's Gutterman. Okay. And then here's my bobbin, because my pet peeve is trying to find the bobbin and the thread to match. I hate, y'all, it's just a waste of time for me to go search here for the bobbin. Do I have this? So I like to store them together. So how's that for an idea? I do that all the time. Have a bunch of these. I have a bunch of these. So it's the little dowel just fits right down here. Y'all, it's almost free. It's that inexpensive. And the other tip I thought I would share with you is this one. Okay, back in the olden days, when I had a job, like a full-time career job, I worked for Train, which is a heating and air conditioning manufacturing company, and the home office for the residential systems is here in Tyler, I relocated out here and went to work for them. Well, we used these what are these foam board signs all the time. See? And then they threw them away. Well, I'm a quilter, so I don't let them, that's not scrap to me. I said, I'll take it. So I took it home, and I put felt on it. I'm sorry, that I did not. I used flannel, and I put flannel all the way around it, right? I just taped it down. This is me recycling. So I taped it all the way around, and now it serves as my, what did they call these in Sunday school? Flannel boards, yes. Back when I was a kid, we had flannel boards. So I'm going to show you what we're going to cut today and I'm going to use my flannel board. And I'll move this and this, because you probably can't see that right now, can you?
Nope.
Okay. Oh. Now, well, that's the noise you heard. I keep knocking things over. Okay, can y'all see that? Okay, so I cut blades, and in the accessory set, there's a heart. So I used the heart, and look at that little fishy. I didn't realize I had done two of the same. And so I did a heart with no lower window. I did a heart with a small lower window. I did the heart with with an elongated window. And then I did a full window with the heart. Can you even tell that that's curved like that? Can you see it? Okay, good. Okay. So, Lana's here. Super cute. Thanks, Noelle. So, I'm going to show you how to do the little heart cutout. And I'll lay these here just for fun. And then to top it all off, I have a little prize one I'll show you here in a second. When I was going through my fabrics to, to get the blades ready. When I'm at market or at a show or something, I stand and cut yards and yards of blades, and then I, I can do demos of 48 in a day or something. Well, I always come home with blades that I'll never, seriously, how many quilts does this person need, right? So, if I'm going to do, I need one of those, honey. Thank you. I'm going to just show you how to do this one because I think on the lower windows you already know. So this is the little heart one. In the accessory set, you will get a heart cut out. Can y'all see me? Can they see me? Have I blocked the view or anything? No. Okay, I'm good.
You just do your thing. I'll do mine.
I just want to make sure. I don't want my friends to miss out. Okay, so you see I just slipped the accessory heart into the upper window and drew that on drew it on there. Now this one, when it's curved like this, is a little bit harder to go around the curves. So I tend to go back to use my scissors. So again, I am cutting 1/4 of an inch inside because all of this has got to fold back. Now here's the way I do it. Y'all might know a better way, but I don't know a better way. So if you have a better way, you tell me. I snip to where the points are. And then just like every other curve, we have to snip. The closer you snip, like 1/4 inch or so, the smoother the curve will be. If you do it at 1/2 inch or, a whole big, it doesn't turn real smooth. It doesn't turn smoothly, I should say, right? Good grammar. Okay. Now, I'm going to use the back of this because, guess what I found, friends? Remember I've been telling y'all I have this good glue and I lost it? Well, look, it showed up today. It's the Sew Line glue. It was stuck in, you know how you put pins in a cup or something? It was stuck in there and I did not recognize that's what it was. It's fabulous glue. It comes with refills. I highly recommend it. And I was so excited. And my friend Sharon, I wonder if Sharon's here tonight. Hey, Sharon, are you here? I'm giving you a shout out if you are. So I rub glue on it because y'all know I love glue. I start at the point, at the bottom point. And do you see how easy that's just rolling back all of these? Now here's where I'm a little bit more careful. See this one? That's the point of the heart, so I fold this one and then I touch it with glue again so it will fold like that, and then I keep going. So the good news is the glue allows you to manipulate it. And then even after, and then y'all know I always hit it with, see? So I always hit my glue with the iron. And the reason is to melt the glue. And once I melt the glue, after it cools, it dries. And once it dries, then it doesn't come up my... Beth, it is so easy. I promise it is the easiest thing I'm telling you. My favorite kind of quilt are those that look so stinking hard and then it was nothing. Okay, so isn't that easy? It really is easy. You just snip around and if I had messed up, I can always, y'all know the drill. You just peel it back. If I had messed up, get it like you want it, hit it with glue again, just go, right? I mean, super quick, super easy. And then I put the little fish in the little window. So that's how I did that. So I have found these 4 ways to make the heart one. And then I was like, okay, I have everything. I was telling Doug, I have everything ready. I have everything ready. And then it dawned on me, there's another way to do it that I haven't even shown y'all. And it's, y'all know applique. So let's back up for a second. Applique is when you stitch something to the top of another piece of fabric. So let's go back to this quilt for a second. All of this is pieced. This is pieced inside of it. All of the Dresdens are stitched on, this is stitched on top of the back piece. So I had the whole quilt done and none of the Dresdens were on it. And then I just stitched it down around the edges. So that's called applique. When you cut a hole in something and you bring fabric from the back, that is reverse applique, right? That's just because the fabric comes from the back side. So that is what makes it reverse applique. So as I was getting ready and I was thinking about you guys and praying about you guys and thinking about how I was going to talk, what I was going to show you, it just hit me. Y'all, we could do a double reverse applique. This is like a double banana split. Look at that. So what I did here is I made a full, just plain window, right? And then in this, and I did it contrasting fabrics. There is a little bit of pink in there, so it goes pretty well. So I did pink. I'll turn it over. So I did the pink, and I glued it down. And then I drew the heart, and then I put it. So this piece is behind this piece, and this piece is behind this piece. That's a double reverse applique. Is that not fun? And then I realized, oh my word, if I have over 50 different ways to do it, and I go back and do like the teardrop and the hexagon and the heart and the raindrop, the orange peel and the circle, I've just added 5 more ways to do now we're up to 55 or more. So isn't that fun? I can't, y'all, I just can't. It just keeps going, right? So it just depends on what fabric you have. This is what I'll tell you. Depends on what fabric you have, what you want to do, what window you want to do. So Nita, I saw Nita was on here. Yay, Beth's been doing some. Well, it'll get easier, Beth, when you've done it, a couple dozen, then it'll start going a whole lot faster. My friend Nita's on tonight, and she just did these cute little vintage girls fabric, and then she decorated the borders with the little girls and the little motifs in the windows. Adorable. Just simply adorable. So don't be afraid to experiment and it's just keep trying, keep going. So when I was going through my fabric to pull all this together, I found some things. Wonder where they are. Here they are. I found, because I was at a show and somebody asked me about the circle. So I had already done a circle. That's a cute little fish in that circle. And then here's one with a lower window that I didn't fill in a demo. But this brings up a good point. You see this selvage? It doesn't bother me at all that it's there, because when I stitch this together in a future step, and I stitch across 1/4 of an inch, and then I turn it, I flip it inside out, all this is going to be hidden in the back, and we're going to trim that away anyway. So if you're at the edge of your fabric and you get selvage, don't worry about it. Just keep going. You do not have to have, that's going to be a little bit of waste. Not much, but a little bit. See? we don't have to have all this back here. We'll trim that off. So that'll go away. So don't worry if you do that. And then I have, so the giveaway for tonight. I don't need all these blades. Y'all, I will never make all the quilts that I have cut out and prepared. Now, they aren't stitched down, but they are cut, and they have all of the little fish in here. So I have two, ouch. And pins are really sharp. I have them pinned together. This is a dozen. And then I have these that I just cut, plus some blanks so that you won't have to like start over, right? So I will be giving two gifts away tonight. One is, this will equal a dozen blades, which reminds me, that's another thing I want to talk about. You realize you can alternate the shape of the blades within your Dresden, right? So you can have different types of windows if you wanted to. See, like you could do this. I mean, you could do all kinds of, right? You could alternate. Here's a circle. You can alternate your windows. They do not, and it's really cute when you do that. So now, I have no idea what goes with what anymore, but here's what's going to happen. If you're interested in these blades, all you have to do is make a comment. And y'all, I'm trying to build the, what am I trying to build? I'm trying to build the reach, is what they call it. So if you'll comment that you would be interested, you'd like some fishy blades or fish blades or whatever, something about fish. Just use the word fish in the comment, that I'll put you in the drawing. Now, last week we had the ABC panel, and I had one of them, and then I decided to go ahead and when I was over at my computer, I decided to go ahead and put the one that I just started using and give it away too. And I drew two names, and I had them highlighted, and I had them all ready to announce tonight. And my PC's in the shop. So I have no idea who it was. I can't remember. I'm not that good. So next week, we will announce the winners to these two plus the ABC quilts. The ABC panels. So if you are interested, Pam, if you're interested in some fish blades, write the word fish in a comment. So y'all tell each other that. And it's a great little, so they're not sewn down. So if you don't like the fish that are in the windows, you can still have the blades and then do something with that. Okay. I have another tip for you. Do y'all use these all the time? It's the lint roller. Of course, I use it on my clothes all the time. Oh my gosh, Connie's a marine biologist. Oh, I guess you would. And see, okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought that was cute. Okay, so let me tell y'all something. When I use these foam boards and I cover them with flannel, one thing they do is they get really thready. You can clean them with these things. The other thing I do with this is, as I am stitching on my long arm, I have one of these up there, and when I come across a random thread, I just stick it on there. So I use this as a thread catcher a lot of times. These are inexpensive, of course, but here's another idea. And I learned this from Kelly Klein. She's an online friend of mine. She and I have never met, but we've been friends for years. She's so smart. She does a lot of beading, and I'm just learning how. So she takes one of these sheets, right? She takes a clean one. I pulled the top one off. Okay, so she takes that, and as she is working on something, she will put one of these right here, and it'll stick to the fabric. And if she's beading down here, she'll put her beads right here, and they don't fall off. Isn't that brilliant? So she just does that. I thought it was just stinking so smart. So there was another tip. When I came across this today, I was like, I need my roller. There's a tip I can give you. Okay, let me see what else is on the list. Oh, so it doesn't have anything to do with my tool, but I want to show y'all some stuff. We have a big Christmas party. Y'all realize this is the 11th month of the year. And y'all realize a month from now, the Christmas parties will begin in earnest, right? And I am all over quilting. If I had a girlfriend one time, her name's Carol Sue Jones. She'd still be my friend, but she passed away. It's not like I just ignored her. Carol Sue used to say, I'm a hammer, and anything I see, I want to beat it over the head. And I always laughed. I thought it was hysterical. I'm not a hammer, but she could be a hammer. But if I'm a quilter, so anything I see, I want to quilt. I'm telling y'all, it's a disease or a syndrome maybe. So it's Christmas. I'm thinking about Christmas. We've got Christmas parties coming up, and I love a quilted vintage tablecloth. Have I told them this? So I love vintage tablecloths. I want y'all to look at what I'm working on for the parties that are coming up. Here's a round one. So this will go like on a small entry table or something. Can y'all see it? What do y'all think? Is that so cute? Look, y'all, it has a stain on it. No, that's a shadow. There is a stain on it somewhere. And what you do with vintage things, if you can't get the stain out, you go ahead and quilt it, then you can wash it and retro clean and all that, and it'll come out. But isn't that just so fun? Okay, so that's just one. I'll show you another one. So I kind of splurged. I have some, but then I didn't think I had enough, which is always my problem. I didn't think I had enough. I'm going to move this. Look, my camellias are blooming, and Doug was out working in the yard and brought me flowers. Isn't that sweet? He is a good boy. Okay, look at this quilt. It's now a quilt. Look at this tablecloth. Can they see it?
Yes, they can see it.
What do y'all think? Is that so cute? I don't have the binding on yet. I need a volunteer to come over and help me bind. Actually, we're going to a thing tomorrow where I'll be able to sit and bind. So I'm going to do some binding tomorrow. Is that not the cutest thing? Look, Doug, make sure you get this scene fully in the... Is that the cutest thing ever? Y'all, this is just a little tablecloth. Look at those darling little Christmas trees. I just think that is precious. And then, of course, the poinsettias are lovely. And the bells. But is that not just fun? Is it just me, or am I crazy? So I will put a red binding on this. And another thing I did, look. I took a bowl. I'm not scared. Well, see, that's what happens, Noelle. I keep knocking the phone over. Oh, hey, Alice, I'm glad you like that. Okay, so I just took a bowl and went around the corner like so that I won't so I'll have a curved corner. You know, one of my kitchen bowls, just a little curve on the corner. So remember, you can always do that just to spice things up. Add a little more butter, because we all need butter. Okay, one more. Now this one has more of a linen texture. And this one has a lot of spots. But I was not willing to wash it until after I quilted it, because I know I can wash it after I quilt it. So here's my binding. I always attach my binding. I try to attach my binding, but look at this one. These just smack of my childhood, I guess. I don't know. My grandmother may have had some of these. Can you see it? Yeah. Isn't that cute? Do y'all like it? I love them. Vintage is modern now. Well, I guess I'm modern because I'm a vintage girl. I just thought this was precious, so I collected it. And then look at the quilting on it, because this is what's fun to me. You see this is precious little bells. And look, the bells that I quilted it are, I tried to make them as close to the same size as I could. This pattern. I thought that was just fun. So we're going to have serving tables, and I'm going to have all these quilts ready as the tablecloths for our party. So, you know, no pressure. And then the last one I ordered came in today. Y'all want to see it? eBay, y'all. I bought these on eBay. This looks like one of my aunts had one like this, it feels like. I just think it's cute. So you'll be seeing me. I'm going to gear up now for Christmas. Next week, I think what I'm going to do is show you a winter quilt that has snowmen so that you can we can start thinking about Christmas. And y'all, I'm really interested in what you want to know. So, and what kind of things you're interested in. I have quilts that are not necessarily my tool. I mean, I have a bunch of those, but I have other quilts too. So if there's something in particular that you want to know how to do, that I can teach you how to do, because I can do, you know, 2 or 3 things. If there's something you want to learn, I would love to teach you. So message me, or thanks, Janice. Thank you. I like them too. They're the fun. So if there's something in particular you want to learn, let me know. This Saturday, if you are near Tyler, if you live, or if you want to travel to Tyler, we'd love to have you. This next Saturday, well, today is Monday, yeah, Saturday on the 7th, we're doing a Quilting 101 class, and I'm talking about 4-patch. Now, doesn't that just sound like not really exciting? I worked on my samples today. I got so stinking excited because I have like 6 or 7 different ways you can do 4-patches, and it's going to be a technique class, not a project class. So we're going to talk about how to do 4-patches, and how to do snowballs, and how to do disappearing 4-patch, and how to do bow ties, and all those different things. So if you're interested in that, feel free to let me know, because you're welcome to join us. And what other news do we have, Doug? So, what?
We're going on vacation.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I should uncover my notes, shouldn't I? Okay, y'all. True story. 2 years ago, Doug and I celebrated our 25th anniversary, and that was 2 years ago was when I had just gotten 2 years ago. Friday was the day I submitted for my patent. And so all that focus was on getting the patent and getting it written and getting the money to the attorney so he could do all those things, which was fine. It was great. But we were so busy doing all those things that when it came to November, to our anniversary, we were just looking at each other going, we don't want to do anything. We just wanted to stay home and relax and, you know, kind of de-stress. Okay, fast forward to last year at this time. Last year at this time, we were at Market. And then we went in Houston, and we went to Houston Festival, you know, and had a booth at Festival 12 days. We were down there doing this, and on our feet, and it's concrete floors. Anywho, it was a workout, and we got home, and we were exhausted, and so we thought, okay, we're not going to celebrate our 25th during our 26th year either. So rolls around another year. How does this happen? So now it's our 27th anniversary, and we still haven't celebrated our 25th anniversary, which is a little ridiculous. You know, I should just give it up. But he's so precious. I saw it. Look, what got me. Oh, is it upside down? Let me show you. Look, y'all. This is my gift. This is what he got me. It's a blue topaz cross necklace. And can you believe it's the first cross necklace I have ever owned in my whole life? Ever. So this is my anniversary gift. And we got it. I was very excited when I saw it. I said, this is what I want. And I hadn't asked for jewelry in years. So I was very excited. And we decided we're going to go on an anniversary trip. And we are leaving Monday, November the 16th, which is the week before Thanksgiving. And so we're not going to be having Marvelous Monday because we're going to be out of town. I might pop on if we're at the hotel by then, but or if we do a lot. Of course, I'm going to be shopping along the route. And by the way, is anybody here? Oh, Amanda. Hey, Amanda, you don't have to come here to learn to quilt. Get your friends together and I'll come there. Oh, Betty's got a birthday parties for 3-year-olds is definitely the place to be, Betty. That's where I would be too. I love that. So thank you, Amanda, for the happy anniversary. I appreciate that. So we're going to be heading toward Branson. So if anybody is in the Branson area, we're going to be there on, I guess, the 17th. And we're going to go just drop in on the Quilted Cow. They don't even know yet. We just finalized everything. But I'm going to drop in because the Quilted Cow up there carries my tools. So I have to go see her and introduce myself and do the whole 9 yards. So if anybody is from up there, that would be super fun. I would love to meet up at the shop or something if you're there. So mark that down, the 16th. But we will be back the week of Thanksgiving, so the Monday of Thanksgiving week. Because I don't know about y'all, but sometimes there's time during the holidays to quilt and sew and stuff like that. Okay, any questions? Anything anybody needs? Okay, so accessory sets, tools, patterns, it's all online. As soon as you want to know a secret? Do y'all want to know a secret? So I have a new tool coming out. And it is being manufactured right now. I mean, they have everything. They're in production right now. It will be coming. And can I show them a block? Yeah, pull that row down. Okay, y'all, it's reverse applique. Y'all know my patent covers reverse applique. So,
both of them?
Just, sure. So Doug's pulling it off my design wall. I have 2 rows done. I have all my blocks made. What's wrong?
Maybe I just take the camera to the...
Oh, okay. But you'll have to swing through my messy room.
Oh.
Do y'all care? Y'all just overlook the mess. Just shut your eyes for a second. Oh, gosh. That's funny. Move your hand, Doug. It doesn't matter. You can do it from behind.
Oh. That's a good idea.
Okay, friends. Bear with us. So this is just 2 rows. Can you see it? I'll go back there.
Good idea.
Look, friends, this is the new tool. As soon as I get them in, we'll start sewing them. So it is. Oh, man. All right, so here's one block. Can you see me? Here's one block. This is an orange peel shape. That's what they call it. I'm not sure it looks like an orange peel, but I'm not going to argue with them because they made the rules. I didn't. Okay. So this is the background fabric. I cut the orange peel out, right, out of this. Pulled it out. I used a separate fabric, put it in there, stitched it down. And then there's a window in the window. So when you put these together, Noelle always sees butterflies. I always see circles. Can you see the circle? Is this right? Yes. Yes. Noelle sees the butterfly. Right, Noelle? She sees the butterfly. So this will be 36 blocks, 6 across, and 6 rows. And that's the tulle that'll be coming out. I have no idea how much it's going to cost because I don't have my cost yet. I mean, I have an estimate, but I don't have it all figured out. And packaging and all that. And I don't have all the instructions quite finished yet. So, but there's a sneak peek at what is coming. Woohoo! Is that exciting? What is happening? Okay. Poor Doug. I didn't plan that. Sorry, y'all.
That's all right.
Do you think that's cool? Yeah, so Connie says orange peel and Noelle says gorgeousness. And Heidi says, oh, hey, Heidi, I can hardly wait. Y'all, this is so much fun. You have, oh my goodness. Who has time to sleep anymore? So this one's coming out and I have one coming out after that, but I can't show it to you because I don't know where I would look for it, and I didn't have it handy. Maybe I'll show it to you next week. I'm going to try to have this one, and I have the pattern for this one already written. So I'm going to try to have this one ready, and I'll show you next week, and then maybe we can start doing some pre-orders coming up. Lynch. Cheryl Lynch. This is her brand new line of fabric, and she sent me enough fabric of the mosaic masterpiece is what it's called. It's brand new, just out on the shelf this like in the last week or two. So it she was very generous in sending that to me, so shout out to her. Okay, friends, I'm gonna go. I'm looking at the clock to see what's going on. We're good. If you have any questions, I know. Thank you, Connie. Thank you, Catherine. So, Pat, it is interesting. It is, but it's, y'all, I think it is, I think it's even easier than the dressings, and I didn't think that was going to be possible. But it is. It's so fast. It's so easy. And on those blocks, I snowballed the corners. Did I bring that block over here? No. You'll know what I'm talking about when I say snowball, right? So I put a little block on the corners. Doug's getting it for me. Thank you, dear. You're a good boy. Okay. Will you hand me that flannel board that you keep putting away?
There's a reason I do. But...
Oh, there's a reason he does, y'all. I just don't know what it is. Okay, look. This is 2 blocks, of course, because I've sewn them together. One of the tricks is you sew them together in the same configuration, all 36 blocks, and then you have 18 pairs, and it doesn't matter which row it is, you can you start this way, so it's interesting. But on the corner of the opposite corner, see where the points are, the opposite corners, I just snowballed, I just stitched the square on here, stitched across, ironed it down and flipped it, you know, stitch and flip. So, it's really fast. Oh my gosh. And it's so much fun. So, that'll be coming out soon. I'm calling it the Orange Peel Reverse Applique. Okay, friends. Once again, I'm going to tell you goodbye. If you need anything, you holler. I appreciate you being here more than you know. And I will take any messages, any ideas that you have for me to teach you anything you want to know. So, friends, y'all have a marvelous week. I hope it's blessed. Be safe. If you haven't voted, please go do that. Your voice counts. We want everybody's voice. And know that you've been prayed over this week. Talk to you